Sri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Sai SATCHARITRA, an insight. Episode 251. My humble prostrations at the lotus feet of our Sadguru Sai. By the divine grace of Sai, an attempt has been made to translate the gist of the divine discourse of Sri Ramanathan brother telecasted in Sai TV. This is purely done to share the glory of Sai and his divine teachings with more insight to the aspirants. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahmam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. In the previous episode, we listened to the divine sport exhibited by Sri Sai Maharaj in the life of Hansraj Vani. This was in fact in continuation with the experience narrated by the first Goa gentleman. This Leela is parallel to the one transpired by Sri Gajanan Maharaj. We shall heed to it now. Like the two Goa gentlemen that came for Sri Sai Baba's darshan, similarly at Shegon to the abode of Sri Gajanan Maharaj from a place known as Balapur, two Brahmins came. Once they had prayed to Sri Gajanan Maharaj, seeking his grace to fulfill their wish. The request was granted. As a result of it, they promised to offer the things required for him to smoke his chillam. Sri Gajanan Maharaj has no interest on worldly things. He doesn't even wear any clothes, so the devotees had no choice other than to offer materials needed for the smoking pipe. At this juncture, they also submitted another prayer request to Maharaj, and heart to heart they vowed that if this wish is fulfilled, then they would offer twice the quantity of smoking materials than promised earlier. This second wish also was fulfilled. Now, they came to have the darshan of Sri Gajanan Maharaj, but forgetting their previous two vows to offer smoking items. They sat in the presence of the Master and got reminded of their folly in forgetting the offerings. The Brahmins thought they can submit their offer during their next visit and increase the quantity of offerings. The moment such a thought cropped up in their head, immediately, Sri Gajanan Maharaj, the incarnation of Lord Dattatreya, told one of his ardent devotees, Bhaskara, thus: Bhaskara, look at these Brahmins. They are degrading the Brahmin community. If they have vowed to the Lord and doesn't keep up their promise, then how will God shower His grace upon them? They have brought down the dignity of their clan. Both the Brahmins were astonished at this assertion of Sri Gajanan Maharaj, because the decision they had taken in their mind is crystal clear to the omniscient Sri Gajanan Maharaj. They understood that nothing can be veiled to the saint. Quickly, they both got up to go and buy the necessary items that they had intended to offer. Maharaj spoke, Sit down, sit. Why hurry? If you don't offer to God that you have promised, how will He be pleased with you? Whatever you have desired to offer, you need to give, however small or big it might be. We don't have any interest towards these material things. Devotees, please focus. There is no need for Sri Gajanan Maharaj to insist about these silly offerings. Still, he reminded them about their vow, because until they submit it, they will be indebted to the Lord and will not be befitting people to receive His benevolence. Hence, for their welfare, the Maharaj had to accept their offerings. The saint added, Why do you cry for the spilled milk? Now you both have come up with a new wish, and that request will be granted in a week's time. Once that gets fulfilled, you need to come 5 times to have my darshan, and that will please God." The Brahmins wondered at his omnipresence and all-knowing nature. They prostrated at the holy feet of the Master. Getting back to the original thread, according to the Leela related to the 2 Goa gentlemen, one of them vowed to Lord Datta to offer his first month's salary. But when he got the job, he forgot to offer the amount of rupees 15, and Sri Sai Baba reminded him and collected that rupees 15 in the form of dakshana and said, "If you have vowed anything to the Lord, fulfill it. Non-fulfillment of your vow will become an impediment to receive the grace of the Lord." A similar assertion was given by Sri Gajanan Maharaj to the Balapur Brahmins. These Leelas are worth contemplating. Hence, to conclude, if Sri Sai Maharaj extends his palm and asks dakshana, then that is to elevate our life both spiritually and materialistically. Though it is not explicitly mentioned in Sri Sai SATCHARITRA, at various instances we can understand the gist of it from the Leelas played by Sri Sai Baba. If we have taken a vow, then that must be fulfilled. The vow can be made orally or mentally, irrespective of its nature, it should be done. Otherwise, it becomes a debt. The saints remind us of those vows and relieve us of our debt from God. The saints have no interest in money or material offerings. They don't even care a fig about all this. They only focus on the welfare of the devotees. The saints would not rest until they collect their dues from you. You will be held liable until you fulfill the promise. Everyone must clear off the debts, which is known as Vagdattam, means promise made by mouth. We have already discussed in detail various Leelas related to Dakshana. To mention Appa Kulkarni's Leela, Haribhav Karnik's Leela, Shyama's mother's vow to Sabdashringi Devi, and many more. These Leelas testify the concern and motherly love of Sri Sai Maharaj in relieving us from the debts of the God. Now, let's listen to the second Goa gentleman who narrated his experiences to Shyama. Sri Sai Maharaj narrated a story in which he talked about ship, ocean, captain, rupees 30,000. But none of these terms are connected to him personally. As much as we know, he had never gone to any coastal area, nor traveled in a ship to meet the captain of the ship, or never possessed the huge amount of rupees 30,000, and none of these make any sense to us, said Shyama. As the story was narrated by him only after your arrival, I would like to know if your life has any connections with his narration. The Goa gentleman's eyes were brimmed with tears as he began to start sharing the events that took place in his life. He said, "Nothing is veiled to him. He is a great saint that knew the events of the past, present, and future. The collective merits of the residents of Shirdi have drawn him here. His mere presence will bestow greater benefits to all of you. He is an incarnation of the Supreme Lord." Shyama initially thought that Sri Sai Baba's narration was a mere parable story, but as this Goa gentleman began to speak, he was thrilled, and out of curiosity, he requested him to narrate his connections with the parable. The gentleman said, "I was affluent and resided in the coastal area. I had a Brahmin cook who served me loyally for nearly 35 years. I considered him as my family member. But unfortunately, owing to bad company, his mind developed evil thoughts. As a result, he planned to loot my property. There was an almirah affixed to the wall. He made a hole in the wall and entered the house when we were fast asleep. then took the bundle of currency notes that totaled to rupees 30,000. I lamented for the theft and cried day and night. I was distressed the next 15 days as I had lost all my savings. With great disappointment, I sat on the veranda with my eyes still. Devotees in Sri Sai SATCHARITRA, Hemat Panji, while narrating this scene, writes thus. At that juncture, a saint singing a hypophora, otherwise known as question poetry, authored by other saints, passed by my house. What type of questions were listed out by the saint in the form of a poem? Let's guess those, says Ramanathan brother. மாங்காய் பால் உண்டு மலைமேல் இருப்பவருக்கு குடும்பை தேங்காய் பால் எதற்கடி? Or it could be நட்டக்கல்லும் பேசுமோ நாதனவன் உள்ளிருக்கையிலே. It might be any other poetic verses like the above, but in a subtle manner singing the praise of the Lord. The saint found the gentleman seated anxiously and inquired what happened. Why are you looking saddened? The person narrated the whole incident but didn't mention that the theft was done by the Brahmin cook. Instead said, my wealth was stolen. I have lost rupees 30,000. I have lodged a complaint in the police station, but it was all in vain. I am greatly distressed. I don't know how I will spend the rest of my life. Hearing this miserable story of the gentleman, the saint spoke, why do you lament? Listen to my words. There is an Avliya. I will tell his whereabouts. You can visit him, but until then, meditate upon him and surrender to him wholeheartedly. He will get your money back. The Avliya's abode is in a place known as Shirdi. He is known as Sai. Until your prayer is answered, take a vow to quit eating one of your favorite foods. Devotees, though the staple food in his native place is roti, he liked to eat rice. Hence, he decided to quit eating rice until the stolen money was recovered. After taking this vow, suddenly one day the Brahmin cook came to me and said, my mind got corrupted, hence I behaved bad. I beg your pardon. Please forgive me. I shall place my head at your feet. Saying so, he held my feet tight and shed tears of repentance. He also returned the stolen money other than the meager amount that he spent and begged forgiveness. Thus I got back my money. Now I need to fulfill my vow. But my mind began to play tricks. Until our problem is resolved, we keep remembering the promise to God. Once it is solved, we would forget the vow made to God and focus on other temporal matters. At that juncture, the gentleman happened to visit a place known as Kolaba near Goa. There he had a vision in which Sri Sai Baba appeared with his hand in blessing posture. As the Goa gentleman forgot to come to Shirdi on getting his stolen money back, Sri Sai Baba is reminding him by appearing in his dream vision. Immediately, the person decided to come to Shirdi from Kolaba. Hence, he planned to board a ship to reach Mumbai and then from there to Shirdi. How did the Goa gentleman reach Shirdi? Let us listen to those incredible experiences in the coming episode. Bow to Sri Sai, peace be to all. Om Sai Ram.